morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm laughing because I was watching Jim in the back room. He was dancing. I can see you on the camera.
Oh, can you see me dancing?
Yeah,
At least he didn't say Kate this time.
Yeah, Kate. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Friday.
He was really saying cake. I want some cake.
Yeah, probably, especially now I've restricted his diet. That's probably exactly what he's saying. Hope everyone's well. We've made it to the end of another week. I'm joined as always on a Friday by Jimbo, Elly and Mia. Jimbo, how the devil are you?
Hi, I'm Charlie, and this is my angels.
I love
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Mia, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Bit tired actually today, but yeah, it's Friday, thank goodness.
I'm liking the Heidi Platts. You're going to start yodeling. Yodelodly.
I'll do it because my hair's such a mess most of the time. It just keeps it out of my bloody way.
Yeah, I get that. And Elly, how are you, my lovely?
I'm all right. I was just thinking of something funny because in our house when we see a Heidi hairdo, we go Haidullah if it's a Greek lady.
Haidullah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm looking forward to the show, Kate. And
good.
Yeah, I'm excited. On the
we always like it when Ellie's excited. That's always a good sign. Yeah. Before we start, let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got Mark CFC's in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Mark. Hope you are well. Ben's in the chat saying hashtag get Jim some cake. No, he can't have cake. He's got to be good. John James, big up. Good to see you, my friend. Afternoon, Kate and panel. Hope you're well. I'm glad you liked our show yesterday. There will be lots of those coming up. We've done loads more research. Me and Jimbo have been watching documentaries this morning about crop circles and all sorts. So there's plenty more to come. Good afternoon, Kate, Jim, Elly, and Mia. Says AJ. Big up, AJ. Good to see you. Big up Harry Kane, Stem Woolwich packing. Hello, Ronnie. Hope you're well. Yeah. Afternoon, Shemtan, who says, good afternoon to Lady Mia, Princess Kate, Queen Elly Hoybier, Benton Poro, and to Sir Jimbo. Thank God it's Friday. Now, look at your name.
That's so funny, man.
It's getting longer and longer, your name, Elly.
I know. I'm going to have the whole team in this one day.
Yeah.
No, don't curse the whole team.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what?
Yeah,
I said on Talk and Ball Eltel Cockerell just now, I'm going to be Queen Elly Hoddle because he's not playing. I can't curse him.
Yes, good idea, Elly. That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Big up John Clark says, afternoon, gals and Jimbo. Kate, your head okay after the terrace? Oh, do you know what? Terry said to us last night, it's his favourite top 6 show. It was too much shouting for me. My head goes tight and I just switch off when everyone's shouting at each other. All this, I've got more trophies than you and my dad's bigger than your dad. I can't cope with all that testosterone flying around. John says, bloody brilliant.
Dad and not something else.
Yeah, exactly. Bloody brilliant show. I'll be involved next time for sure. Kate, loved it. Good. Big up to you. Before we start on our preview, obviously the Champions League draw has been done. And wow, look at the draws. We've got Arsenal. I mean, a massive advantage for Arsenal. Their first leg, they're playing at home and Bayern are banned from having any fans. So that is a big lucky plus for Arsenal because of there was trouble, wasn't there? So they were banned and it's going to affect that game. So there won't be any away fans. So as usual, Arsenal get a lucky break.
What I urge all Spurs fans to buy tickets for that game.
Yeah.
We all go and cheer on Harry Kane. Come on.
Yes. Atletico Madrid versus Dortmund, another good draw. Then you've got Real Madrid versus Man City, which is an absolutely cracking draw. And PSG Barca. And obviously if Real Madrid, if City win and Arsenal win, then they play each other in the next round. So any thoughts on the draw, Elly?
I love it. I think it's fantastic. And it gives Harry Kane the opportunity to just carry on with what he's been doing for us for many, 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 many years. Scoring against the Gooners, Woolwich scumbags.
Yeah, agreed. Mia, any thoughts on the draw?
Yeah, I think some cracking games. I think it's going to be really, really good to watch. I'm really excited to watch the games. And yeah, I think Harry Kane's going to have that extra fire in his belly. He's got something to prove as well over there. And of course, he hates the scumbags like we do. So he likes to score against them. So let's hope he gets a good couple of goals and turns up.
Yeah, agreed. Jimbo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they don't matter. If you switched all the games around, they'd have all been good games, wouldn't they? They're just such good teams left. But I can't see Arsenal stopping Bayern. I can't.
It depends if they get the if they can get a good win at home without the away fans. It's going to be hard for Bayern to overturn
Harry Kane
it.
won't let them win, Kate.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, there was a lot of talk on the terrace today of Egal. I'm calling you out for this. I'm going to clip it as well, saying, "Oh well, we've got the edge over Harry Kane, even though Harry Kane always scores against Arsenal. Apparently, Arsenal have the edge over Kane. I don't know how he's worked that out, but let's hope he does what he does best."
Do you know what that is? That's Arsey logic, that is.
Yep. Yeah. He said because Harry Kane never wins anything, but it is Tottenham that never won anything, not Harry Kane specifically. So,
right. And what have they won in the last whatever years?
Exactly, Elly.
And do you know what? Their Champions League record, the last time I was in the Champions League, Jakey wasn't even born, and he's 16 this year. So
there you go.
Right.
Donna Cullen says, I'm speaking to Bayern to arrange a special support from Tottenham fans at the opposition stadium, but tickets have 8% increase because of inflation. Big up, Jose. Nice to see you.
Jose.
I think if Arsenal beat Bayern at home, I think they will go through as Bayern are poor this year. Yeah, they are. Apart from Kane, they're pretty average this year. But we'll see. We can all hope and pray, and they will have a big Tottenham contingency cheering them on. There's no doubt about it.
Musiala's been good as well. Their young boy.
Yeah. Yes,
he has. Very, very good for them.
I watched Bayern's last game, and they were brilliant.
Yeah, but they've just not been the usual sort of world beaters that we're used to seeing, I think. But like I say, this is the time Harry Kane needs to step up and show what he's worth. Arsenal first time in quarterfinals in 14 years. Wow. Big up, Daniel. Good to see you. Hope you're well. So yeah, some good games coming up in the Champions League, but Premier League, obviously. Oh yeah, I better do last week's results. This proves how useless I am, right? These were the final scores from last week. Jimbo got two. Oh, Jim, you got two correct scores and one correct prediction. Got 7 points. Mia got one correct score and 4 correct predictions, so got 7 points. Elly got one correct score and 4 correct predictions, and got 7 points. And I got 4 correct predictions and got 4. So basically, everyone beat me, and I came last. You all tied.
You came joint second, because if we
first. Yeah, I came joint second. That's right. Yeah, that sounds much better.
It's always better to come second anyway, Kate.
Yeah, I'm not not though. I've got to be honest. I'm not used to coming second, but we'll say no more about that. Machiavelli says Jimbo is his spirit animal. There you go. Reminds me of myself. Yes, Jimbo, the eternal optimist. God bless him. But only 4 games in the Premier League this weekend, so we will be previewing the FA Cup as well. But the first game of the weekend sounds a little bit tedious, but then what do I know? I said this last week and there were some good games. So Burnley Brentford, Jimbo, first game of the weekend. How do you see this one going?
Well, I can only. I mean, who was it the other day? Was it? It weren't Burnley, was it? With 3-0. Oh no, it was Luton. But Burnley were winning the other day by a couple of goals, weren't they? And ended up getting pegged back. They're just not good, are they? No. The thing is, they try and play good football, which some of their football is good, I have to say, but they're just not a good team all round, are they? They're letting too many goals. Some of their football's all right, but I can only see a Brentford win there. That's all I can see. I'm going to go 3-1 Brentford.
3-1 to Brentford. Big up to Rakdos Madness. I've never seen that name, so welcome to the channel. If you have been here and I've missed you and forgotten, then I'm sorry, but I am blonde, so you have to make allowances. Mia, how do you see this one going, Burnley Brentford?
Yeah, like Jimbo says, it's not going to be the most exciting game. I think it's going to be a 2-1 to Brentford. I just think that Burnley are just not great, are they? They had a little bit of something at the beginning, but it's like they keep trying to play that football and not really adjusting, and then they're losing. So, yeah.
Elly, are you going along the idea that Brentford are going to get bashed up?
I think it's going to be a high scoring one. I think 4-2 to Brentford, because I think Burnley can score goals. It's just that they can't keep them out, and they're pretty poor when it comes to the final third. I think, even though they can score a few goals here and there, they're not been scoring regularly in all of their matches. So I think Brentford have been very good. They were very good against Arsenal as well. They were unlucky to lose that.
Yeah,
right? And I like Vissa. I think he's a fabulous player. I don't know why they took him off against Arsenal. It must be a fitness issue, because it's not a technical issue. Because I can see a 4-2 win.
I'm with you, Ellie. I think there's going to be loads of goals. I've put 3-2. I think Burnley will score at home, but I think Brentford will nick it. Mark saying 2-1 to Brentford. John Clark saying 3-1 to Brentford. Machiavelli saying 2-2. Donna Cullen saying 6-9 to Brentford. If that's exactly what she means, I know what she means. Both teams to score if you're a betting man. Yes, I think so. Like Ellie says, Burnley can score, but they just can't defend. And I think they're doomed. I'm pretty sure they'll be going down this year. But there we go. Next up, another sort of, I don't know, I think this will be a decent game. Luton, Nottingham Forest, Jimbo. What do you think of this game?
Well, this is a hard one because Luton, and I'll give a big shout out to Lee Smithy Smith, because he actually backed
4-3 Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth and Luton. He backed 4-3, and he won 350 quid. So well done to Lee Smithy Smith.
Bloody hell!
Yeah.
I know what he bought with it as well. Look, he just sent me a picture. He bought some pigeons. Just sent me another load of pigeon pictures. He sends me pigeon porn all day long. I swear to God. Go on, Jimbo, sorry.
I'm going to say, it's hard because Luton at home are hard to beat. Nottingham Forest. I tell you what, I think I'm going to go for a Luton win. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Luton.
Okie dokie. 3-2 to Luton. Mia, how do you see this one going?
Oh, I think that Luton are going to win. I think that they've got too much, and I think it's going to be a 3-1 to Luton.
3-1. I hope Luton win. I like Forest as well to an extent, but I really want Luton to stay up. I can't help it.
And Luton's manager's a bit of all right as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is quite tasty. I'm not going to lie.
He's nice.
Miss Elly.
Yeah, I agree. He's tasty. Yeah, he's more to talk about him than the match.
I'm here for that.
I want Luton to win. I think it's going to be a high scoring one again, because Bournemouth can score goals as well. And that game against... Yeah, go on.
No, did you say Bournemouth?
Is it Bournemouth they're playing?
No, Forest.
Oh, they're playing Forest, right? Yeah. No, I think Luton will win. I think it'll be 3-2 to Luton.
3-2.
Yeah.
Same as Jimbo. And I'm going 4-3. I expect there to be bundles of goals as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It probably end up being 0-0 when we'll all be in the mud. It'll be the most boring game ever.
I hope not.
I'm going to go on Spurs next. Obviously, we could talk about this for a bit longer.
We've got a lovely neighbour, Kate. She's put our bin out last night, and she's just brought it back in as well.
Big up Judy,
so
our neighbour. Fulham versus Spurs. I'm going to say mine straight off. I expect Spurs to keep up this run. I think we'll be buzzing after the Villa demolishing, and I'm going to go... In fact, I can't remember what I said I'm going to go for. 3-1. That's what I said I'm going to go for. 3-1 to the mighty Spurs. I think we've got too much for Fulham. Jimbo, what do you see?
4-0. They're going to carry on the run, and it's going to be another 4-0.
Bloody hell. 4-0. Mia?
To answer Daniel E, can I just have both, please? That'd be nice.
Oh, okay, yeah. At the same time.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why the hell not? I think that we are going to continue our good run. I think we've got too much for Fulham, although it's not going to be a simple, easy game. I think that we've got enough to beat them and the confidence as well. And I'm predicting a 2-0 to Tottenham.
Yeah, clean sheet.
Another clean sheet, yeah.
Elly, what do you fancy?
Well, I said 2-0, but I'm going to change it now. I'm going to go 4-1 to Spurs.
4-1.
I'm going to go 4-1 because I think that new player, Muniz, I think, is quite tasty. He's a good player. I think we're going to go 3-0 up, then they'll make it 3-1, and then we'll make it 4-1. Come on, you Spurs.
I'm shocked. I think Daniel E has actually been abducted by aliens. This whole positive attitude. I'm loving it.
By me.
Yeah, I'm loving the attitude. 4-0 Spurs. Yes, I'm loving that view. I mean, who do we expect to start in the Tottenham game? Do you think he will start Johnson, or do you think he will start Werner? Jim, where do you see the front lines being played out?
I think it'd be the same team that started, apart from VDV, and I think Ragusin, whatever his name is, will be Reducing, whatever his name is.
Reducing.
Right. The Dragon.
Yeah, just say the Dragon. That's fine.
The Dragon will be in, and I think he'll keep the same starting team.
Yeah. Elly, do you see any changes to the starting 11?
No,
apart from Van der Ven.
I'm with Jim on that. Obviously, Van der Ven's missing because of injury. We've already been told that. So Sheen. I think it's Sheen.
Okay.
Sheen. I think it's pronounced Sheen, like Charlie Sheen.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Just think of Charlie Sheen because he's quite tasty as well. Right. Yeah. And I think Johnson deserves a start as well. So I can't see Werner coming in. Although he did come off the bench and score, I think Johnson did enough in that match to impress Ange Postecoglou to keep his spot.
Yeah. Mia, are you agreeing with these, that you think it'll be the same team, obviously apart from Van der Ven, who's injured?
Yeah, I think so. I think it will be. And I think because Kulu did too much as well, because he was involved in everything in that game. And other people saying he wasn't very good, I don't really understand it, because I thought he was brilliant in that game. So for me, I think that he has to keep his place, Kulu, and so does Brennan Johnson, because I think he earned it. So for me, nothing changes apart from the injury, obviously, mixed for Mickey.
Do you think anyone that Richie will get any minutes on the pitch this game, or do you think he'll keep him for after the international break? Yeah,
I think it depends on how the game's going. Will be if he comes on or not. I think if we're 3-2 or 3-0 up with 20 minutes to go, he might bring him on.
Yeah. What about you, Elly? Do you think Richie will see any game time this weekend?
I'm with Jim on that one. Yeah, I just think if the game is going against us, like Mia said as well, we might see him earlier. But I think we're going to have this game wrapped up by the half time. I think we'll be 2 or 3-0 up at half time, because we're going to come out of the blocks and pulverise them. Right. So I feel sorry for Richie as well, because he had hit a purple patch. But, if you snooze, you lose, isn't it? So, and the other players have stepped up their game because they know he's waiting in the wings to take their spot. It's only really Sonny who's really going to be like first name on the team sheet, isn't it? So, yeah, I think we will see him, but I think maybe at the 60 or 70 minute mark, if things are going well.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's nice, whether you like him or not, because I know Jimbo really doesn't like him. When you look at a bench and you see players like Werner, Richie, the Celso, they're all players that can come on and make a difference. And that's what we've been lacking for a long time. So to have 3 potential impact subs, for me, is refreshing. Because any of them can come on and score a goal. Although I don't see the Celso, he doesn't seem to like him all that much, do you think? Or am I making that up?
I think he's attitude.
I think it is his attitude, because he's so nonchalant about stuff, isn't he? It's like he just doesn't seem bothered. But then when you see him a bit feisty, like he was, he has had those moments, but he just doesn't show it on the pitch enough for me. When he comes on the pitch, he's just nonchalant, like he's not too bothered.
Yeah.
When we won last week 4-0, he was well excited at the end, cuddling all the players. Yeah, he was cuddling all the players and smiling.
I'll tell you what I did love to see when we score and Richie comes running over. I was like, yes, Richie, go on. I loved it.
Richie's got the heart of a lion.
He has. I love Richie.
And the face of a pigeon. My two favourite things of the game last week was Dragushin getting whacked in the balls and getting up like it was nothing. And Brennan Johnson going straight over to McGinn wanting to have a row when he's like a child.
Yes.
And McGinn's this big, quite savage looking, but he didn't care. He just went straight over there, got in his face. Loved it.
Yes. I love seeing him. I love seeing that side of Brendan Johnson because everyone says he's a mama's boy. So I want to see that side of him. I like it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I agree with Machiavelli there that the Kelso has got mistakes in him.
No, I think it's Machiavelli's talking about Dragushin because he says Dragushin was shaky on the ball. He has mistakes in him.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the Kelso because he's got mistakes in him. He gives the ball away quite a lot.
Yeah. Why don't European managers rate South American elegance? I don't rate Lo Celso either. Not because I don't think he's a good player, but I think he's just a lazy player and saves his best games for when he plays for his country. He doesn't do anything for me. I'd have him out the door in a heartbeat.
Player either, Kate. He's quite an awkward player to watch because he's got that rolling style and he plays with just one foot. And it's like he has to get the ball from under his feet. He's not like the elegance of normal Argentinian players who are very fluid with their football. I just don't feel them like elegant. No. When I think of elegance, I think of players like Hoddle. Yeah, they're elegant. And like Dembele, he's elegant. I don't know. He just takes too long on the ball and he takes too many touches.
Yeah. Lo Celso is better higher up the pitch, like Jim said. He loses the ball in transition a lot.
Yeah.
GBC, big up to you, says I wouldn't call him lazy. His style is weird though. That's what Elly was just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I don't say he's lazy. It's nonchalant. That doesn't mean you're lazy. It just means you're not like, I don't know. You've just got no energy about you. Or just he's just got a really strange style. Definitely.
He's got the same hips as Højbjerg. You know when you can't move.
Yeah.
He's not a quick moving player. And he sometimes gets the ball caught under his feet a lot because he's only got a left foot. He doesn't use his right a lot like Kulu. You know, we need to teach our players how to play with both feet.
And also, someone needs to teach him to move those hips. He's South American, man. He should be able to have that hip movement.
It's true, Mia. He should go and have a few lessons with Shakira, man.
Yeah, the hips don't lie and all that.
Yeah,
man. Wayne Bonner's in the house who says, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. Is Lo Celso still at the club? Damn. Dragushin is still settling in with limited game time. He'll come good. Yes, I think he will as well. I have full faith that the Dragon, he looks good, so he's bound to come good. That's all I'm going to say.
He didn't put on in that match either.
No. Yeah, I thought he'd look like he'd played for Tottenham for a while. I know a few people said he looked nervous. I didn't see it that way, but everybody sees it different. I'm worried once we sign a proper striker, Richie will go back to old stroppy self. If we sign a proper striker, hopefully Richie will go to Saudi Arabia. Please God. Sorry, Richie. Miss Elly, pay close attention to Mr. Højbjerg and Mr. Lo Celso's hips. Yes, she does. She does pay attention.
You've got to pay attention to that hip movement.
They need to go salsa dancing, man.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Can you imagine them two salsa dancing?
Do you know what though?
No.
However bad Emerson is, he's fantastic in the dressing room with his salsa dancing. They should take a leaf out of that boy's book.
Emerson's got it. I tell you who else, Basuma's got it. Emerson's got it. They've got really good movement. 100%.
Yeah. You see Basuma, when he turns, he's quick.
He is, yeah.
Porro's got it. He's got that hip movement, that swivel of the hips.
Yep. Big up James Bond says, Kate, big up your boys coming to the Emirates. Your fans should buy tickets. We were actually just saying that because obviously Bayern haven't got any away fans. There should be a Spurs contingency cheering on Harry.
Come on, Harry.
I would like to, if I had to go in that stadium, which I would hate to do, I would want to stick loads of stickers everywhere, all over, Tottenham stickers, places where they can't even find. I would make sure that I stuck thousands and thousands of Spurs stickers all over your shitty stadium.
Oh, Mia has spoken. Knives out and all
Mia's
sorts.
going for it today. Mia's going for it. Come on.
James Bond, what I will ask you is what do you think of the draw? Are you happy to have Bayern or would you have rather someone else? I know a lot of Arsenal fans are celebrating that they got Bayern Munich, so I'm interested to hear. Yeah, Lo Celso should take lessons from Ricky Martin. Exactly that.
What I'd do,
Richie,
Kate, I'd eat loads of burgers, right, and then do a number 2 in their loo, so they can't buggers up all their loos because they're shit anyway, aren't they?
Elly, you're disgusting.
I know. I have to get that one in.
Richie can't be relied on. 10 games on the bounce. He wants to be back up. I'm sure Dragon Sheen was in Game of Thrones. Did someone say Dragon? Yes, Dragon D's nuts. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope Richie goes to Barcelona. I don't mind where he goes. Emerson was working at a butcher's shop for some reason. Someone took a picture with him.
Okay.
Oh, really? Jimmy's laughing. Yeah, I'm working on the deal for Tottenham to support for Bayern Munich. I want to see Valise get more game time next season. From the bench, I'm confident we'll see Divine and Phillips playing domestic cups in Europe. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting next season when we see who's coming back and where they're going to fit in. Tuchel better not F this up. Yes, I know. Mia going full buttercup today.
When he sent me the video and I said, I'm definitely the spice, 100%.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
That was brilliant, that video.
It was. Is that the Powder Puff Girls or something?
Powerpuff Girls, yeah. I'm definitely buttercup, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen it, so I don't know. Not happy to be playing Madrid or City. Yep, get through and beat Bayern, and they're waiting for you, which is not the most not the nicest prospect. But if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. Celebrating they got Bayern, but yet City or Madrid wait in the semis. Exactly that. Emerson do a community service for drink driving. Oh. Elly, you don't have to block up their toilets. There's enough shit at the Hemorrhoid Stadium. I mean, Emirates.
Yeah, there is, because all the shit that they talk.
Yeah.
I've just put some Greek shit in there.
George says we should keep buying Juve players. They come good for us. Big up Pigeon Porn King, Lee Smithy Smith, who says, big up all. Hope you like the pictures, Auntie Kate. Richie did say he was rounding the troops in to watch you all. Prue. Please don't say that. The thought of pigeons watching me, I don't like pigeons at all. There was one in the front garden this morning. I nearly had a heart attack.
Big up, Lee, with your 4-3 prediction. Top
Lee
man.
must have sent it to you. I reckon Smithy sent that pigeon to you, Kate.
I know. I don't like it. I think they're drones.
Joe, I'll tell you a story. When I first moved into the house when I was little in Bexley Heath with my parents, I was only about 4. They had pigeons, so they had all like the pigeon sheds and stuff. So for years, they all used to come back because they were homing pigeons. So we used to always have pigeons in our garden for years and years because of them having pigeons.
Do you know what? I thought obviously pigeons are everywhere, but I thought they were mainly sort of in the south. We get bundles of them in Lincoln. They're always in my back garden. I hate them. I swear they're government drones. And
Richie sent them.
I don't like it. Thanks for the super chat, Lee. Oh, they're vile things. Rats with wings. Ugh. Tony, was that Tony who said that? Yeah, Tony says Bayern will destroy Arsenal. I can feel it. I hope so. John Clark says, is anyone that confident of Bayern going through with Tuchel in charge? No, I think Arsenal could quite comfortably beat them, but we can hope.
We can only hope for like a 10-2, eh?
Arsenal took some big beatings off of Bayern in the past.
Yes, but they were better Bayern Munich teams.
James Bond in here is a gooner, right?
Yes.
James, what do you think the score will be overall with you and Bayern?
Yeah.
And Minerals, is he Arsenal? He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Minerals. I'll ask you both.
Big up, Randy. Yes, I think we're going to smash Fulham as well. As we know, as Spurs fans, Harry Kane is the highest scorer against Arsenal in history. No doubt he's kicking them lot out with a hat-trick. Let's hope and pray that happens. Time will tell. I'm not sure when those games are, but I'm looking forward to them. Another massive game this weekend. West Ham, Aston Villa. Absolutely huge game in the race for the top 4. Jimbo, how do you see this game going? I think this is a real tricky game. Oh, can I just say, everyone was saying for the betting people, both teams to score. I truly think Fulham will have a red card against us. So just remember, you heard it here first. And last time I predicted a red card, there was one. But I've just got a feeling Fulham will have a red card this weekend. So Jimbo, West Ham, Villa.
It's a hard one because they're quite good at home, West Ham, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And Villa, they seem a bit leggy and tired. Well, when's the game? Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
And they played yesterday, Villa, didn't they? So they got today and Saturday. So I'm going to go for a draw.
6-6, like Wayne Bonner, or something a bit more reserved?
No, I think maybe 2-2.
2-2. Mia, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, I think that Villa are maybe going to have a little bit of a drop off. But West Ham haven't always been at their best either. So I think it will be 3-3.
Wow. Oh, the Arsenal Bayern Munich game's 10th of April. I'm writing that down so I don't forget. 3-3. Queen Elly, how do you see West Ham Villa going?
Like, if Villa didn't have that midweek game, well, yesterday actually, it's even worse than midweek. I would back Villa, but I think it'll be a draw, like the guys are saying. I think 1-1.
Yeah, they both played, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say 1-1 because West Ham are really good defensively. We saw that at White Lane, so they're really good at the low block. But lately, their fans have been getting on Moyes' back to play more attacking. Maybe I'll go for a 2-2 because I think they've got 2-2. I go for a 2-2.
I think because they lost their talisman, that West Ham are going to win it, and I'm going to do 3-1.
Oh, is he out? Is he? Watkins?
John McGinn's banned, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's their captain and the heartbeat of that team, in my opinion.
And is Watkins injured?
He was taken off last night and they said it looked bad, but I don't know if there's any update.
Oh, I don't know if I should change.
Let me Google it and see if there's any update, but I wouldn't have thought there is a bit next week.
I forgot about McGinn, and without Watkins, oh my God, it's going to be hard, isn't it?
Ollie Watkins.
McGinn's their engine, isn't he? And he pulls
Okay, I'm going to change mine to 2-1 West Ham. I think that's true because I think that's going to be a struggle for Villa.
Yeah.
Well, Unai Emery's come out and said that he could be available, Watkins. So I'm pretty sure it's not that serious. But you're going 2-1 to West Ham, Mia, or are you sticking?
Oh God, I don't know now.
I'll stick with my 2-2.
I was going to. No, I'll stick to my 3-3. It's fine.
Okay. Go with your gut. Go with your gut.
James, I have not missed your comment. I starred it and I'm going to bring it up right this second. He said, Jim, he predicts 3-1 at the Emirates and 2-2 in Munich. Kane will get his usual Emirates goal.
Come on.
So, in other words, he predicts Arsenal.
But it's well possible what he's saying. It's not like exaggerating, is it? No, so it could be right there.
The Fantasy Premier League says there's a 75% chance of Watkins playing. VAR could be the decider. I've done mine 3-1. Yeah.
Well, talking of Harry's on the telly.
Who, Kane?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Because of the Arsenal match, isn't it?
Then we've got the first FA Cup game of the weekend, which is Wolves versus Coventry. I know we don't normally cover lower teams, but I thought we'd do the 4 FA Cup games as well, as there's only 4 Premier League fixtures. Jimbo, do you see this as a straightforward win for Wolves?
Yeah, they're going to go out to win it, Wolves, aren't they? Because they're having a good season and they're going to want to try and get to Wembley. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Wolves win.
3-1 for Jimbo.
Coventry are no mugs, that's for sure. But I think Wolves will have too much for them.
They've got a good history in the Cups as well, haven't they, Coventry?
Yeah.
Ellie, what do you fancy for...
Can I just say, Kate, they're showing they were just showing Kane's goals against Arsenal.
Oh, were they?
Mm.
I think I'll watch that back after this then.
Hi, babe.
Yeah. I fancy Wolves to win. They're the Premiership club, so they should win. On paper, they should win as well. But I just think Wolves have got too much for Coventry. There is a big gap between the Championship and the Premiership clubs. You see that when they play each other. It's quite evident. Right, so yeah, I fancy Wolves to win 3-1.
Oh, the same.
Yeah.
Same as Jimbo. Mia, what do you fancy?
I think it's going to be 2-0 Wolves. I think they'll have too much at Coventry, although Coventry aren't no mugs. I think it's a step too far. I think Wolves have got too much for them.
2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 to Wolves. I can't see an upset on the cards. I just can't.
No.
Jimbo, the bet was Bournemouth 4-3 and Atletico Madrid 2-1.
Yeah, well done, Lee.
Very good predictions indeed. I'm not being rude with my phone, but Angie's doing a press conference soon, so they're just waiting for him to start. So I'm just putting my phone on so I get updates. Wolves 3-2 says Mark. Yesterday was hectic with everything happening. Can never hope Coventry to win. Still hurting over the 87 Cup final. Wolves 3-1. I know. That's what I said. They've got a good record in the Cup, but anything can happen in the FA Cup. You never know. Then we've got Man City Newcastle in the FA Cup. Ooh. I'll go to you first, Mia. How do you see this one going?
I can't see Newcastle winning at all. I think that they've really dropped off massively in how they play. When I was watching the other day, I was just like, yeah, they had moments against Chelsea. They were all right. They improved slightly, but still, they've just not got enough. So I think City are going to absolutely spank them. I think it's going to be a 4-0 spanking.
This is so spooky. You're talking about Newcastle. Now they've got Newcastle on the telly. Oh, my God.
It's because I'm a witch. You must know that by now, Jimbo. Did you say 4-0, Mia?
Yeah, I think they're going to spank them because I just don't think Newcastle have got much in them anymore. I think they've just really plateaued.
Machiavelli agrees with you. He thinks 4-0 as well. Elly, do you agree? Do you think it's going to be that much of a spanking?
Yeah, and I'm going to dispute that you're a witch. I reckon that you're an alien. That's what I reckon you are.
Yeah, quite possibly. I'm probably all these things.
Right. No, that's just a joke, Kate. Yeah, I can see Man City winning quite comfortably because like Mia said, Newcastle ain't the same. They've lost their mojo. They've had a lot of injuries as well. So I can only see 4-1 to City. I can see maybe Isaac scoring a consolation goal. That's about it. 4-1. Yeah.
Jimbo, you're predicting an easy City win?
I'm predicting that Eddie Howe won't be there next season.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm going to predict, I think they will get a goal, Newcastle, but I'm going to predict 4-1.
Same as Elly.
Same as me, Jimbo.
Yeah, is that what you said? I think it'll be a high-scoring game for City.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 3-1 to City. I don't know if De Bruyne are out injured. I've not heard. Does anyone know?
I don't think it matters.
I was about to say, does it really matter if De Bruyne is out injured? Because I don't think in the last game De Bruyne was their best player at all.
No.
So I actually think that not having De Bruyne isn't actually a big deal to City. They've got so many other players. So
yeah. I don't think it matters.
He stepped up, hasn't he? Flipping hell.
Someone asked
this season.
Someone asked a question yesterday, and it was, who's been Man City's best player this year?
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden for you.
Yeah.
Phil Foden.
It was, I think, half the people said Phil Foden, the other half said Rodri, and I think they're the two best. So
it's out of them two, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I would have picked Phil Foden because I think he's been absolutely immense.
Which shows you that De Bruyne or Haaland isn't their best player this season. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So,
De Bruyne is out. He'll be back after the international break.
Like I say, it's not really. It doesn't affect what I think about Man City.
No, mate.
And what's his name? Haaland. He seems to have spells, doesn't he? Where he goes into a game, scores three goals or 2 or 3 goals, then he goes quiet for a few games, then he'll score a few goals. Because if you look at his goal tally, most of them he scores quite a few in one game.
Yeah. He's not been
I think,
has he?
No, I think that first season he had something to really prove. So I think he was a lot different. Where this season he's definitely gone off the ball a few times, and in games like big games as well, he's a bit kind of absent.
Yeah.
I mean,
he struggles against us.
Yeah, and he was poor against Liverpool as well. I thought he was
Yeah, that's what
really
I'm saying.
poor.
Very poor.
But I find that with Saka a lot as well. I like Saka, but I think he disappears in too many games for me. He was awful against Brentford. He was awful against Porto. But, you know, it is what it is.
That's why
Then
I said Harry Kane is a much better footballer than him. And I got slated for it on this stream that I was on. And I was sticking by my guns. And a lot of people in the chat were backing me up. But the actual panel was saying, no. I thought, bloody hell. They don't know they're footballers, man.
Joe is. I think that when it comes to scoring goals, I think Haaland is very good. I know he's gone off the ball a bit, but he's very good. But Kane's a better all-round player.
Yeah.
He's a better
He's a
all-round
better footballer.
because he's got. See, Haaland hasn't got the footballing brain that Harry Kane's got. Harry Kane's footballing brain is immense, a lot like Teddy Sheringham's was. But with Haaland, I don't see Haaland's really got that footballing brain like that, in my
I
opinion.
don't think he's got a brain.
no, he's a robot. That's why.
I say he's a robot, isn't he? So
He scares me. He actually does
He's
physically
an
scare
alien.
me. He's a funny-looking fellow. Are you all right there,
Yeah.
Holly? The cat's trying to jump out the window, I think. Chelsea-Leicester. This is an interesting game, I think. Elliot, what do you make of this one in the FA Cup?
Come on, Harry Winks. You imagine Harry Winks, right? He's like the darling of Pochettino in that spell that he got into the team, and he even made the Champions League lineup as well. So imagine him scoring the winner to knock Poch out. That would be something, wouldn't it? I think Leicester will win because I think they're going to counter them, right? And Vardy's scoring for fun as well. So they've got a really decent side, Leicester, and they've got some new additions. So I fancy Leicester to win it by 2-1.
2-1 Leicester. Mia, how do you see this one going?
yeah, come on, Leicester. I think they're gonna win 2-1 as well.
Come
Wow.
on. Harry Winks.
Mark
I just
CFC. Go on, Mia.
Yeah, I just think that Chelsea is such an up and down team. They're so like patchy that I think if Leicester come in and they're confident, don't forget they've been very good in the league. So I think that they're going to come in full of confidence. What Chelsea have been like. So yeah, and Harry Winks, like you say, to score the winner, I'd love that. That would be fantastic.
Mark, we better win 3-1. Or what? Or what are you going to do, Mark? What are you going to do? You're going to go down there and
Mark
bash
ain't got the minerals.
I'll tell you what, though, if they go out, do you reckon Poch gets the sack?
No, I don't think they'd do it now. I mean, they might as well wait till the end of the season, I think.
I keep saying, though, in the league, I want him to win a couple of games here and there because I want him to stay. So they keep going, oh, no, we'll keep him.
I still think he'll come good, though, if they persevere with him. But I might be deluded. Jimbo, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah, he is a good coach.
Yeah.
It's at Chelsea, is it?
Yes.
Well, I think that Chelsea have improved. They've definitely improved as the season's gone on. They're becoming more of a team now. When I watched them the other day, they look like more of a team together. And Leicester, they're very up and down at the minute. They lost 3 in a row. And I think Chelsea being at home, I think they just have too much for them. And I'm going to go 3-1, same as Mark.
That's what I've predicted as well, Jim. That's what I've predicted, 3-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Postecoglou said on Richarlison, Richie trained today and we'll see how he pulls up. If he's fine, he'll probably be available. Van der Ven and Richarlison are the only two from last week. Mickey's nothing too significant. He'll miss tomorrow, but we're confident that with the international break, he won't miss too much more. He came off at the right time, I think.
Somebody was saying he might need an operation, but because he's hammy, isn't it?
Yeah.
He strained it again.
I think, like from what he says there, I think Richie will be available on the bench, but whether he'll play him, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think they'll start him.
Jim, I remember you saying your good friend was a Villa fan. How is he after last week?
Yeah, he was all right. He took it really well. We went and had lunch with him and spent a few hours with him in the week.
Nice.
And he took it really well. He always takes it well. He's one of the nicest men that's ever walked this earth.
Of course, he's Greek. Of course, he's nice.
I just love him to bits. I can honestly say I've never had a friend like him. He's like my brother, my dad,
from another
my
mother.
uncle. He's like everything to me. I just love him. I don't think I've loved a man on this planet like I love this guy, apart from Kate's granddad.
He calls me his second. He calls me his Greek. He calls himself my Greek husband, doesn't he, Jim? But he's also Jim's best friend. But he's a wonderful man.
He's my best friend. He's like my dad. He's like my brother. He's like my uncle. He's like everything. He's whatever situation you're in. This guy will do something to get you out of it or help you. Or I just love him. It's just
that's why.
It's just that to me, it's just immense.
That's why we wouldn't give him any stick, except I
don't.
I might have left a voice note saying Villa get battered everywhere they go, but he didn't answer. And so I messaged him. I said, Frankie, you all right? I didn't mean to upset you. Love you. And he put love you too. I thought, I hope I haven't upset him. But no, he was fine.
You can't upset him, Kate. You can't upset him.
Banter, isn't it, Kate? That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't over nothing with us.
No, he's a absolute legend. Yeah. And he doesn't want Champions League. He doesn't even want Villa to get Europe because he says they're not ready and their squad's not big enough. So Postacoglu on Dragushin says, I'll take the suspense out of it. He will start tomorrow. He's had to be patient for his opportunity with Mickey and Christian being outstanding and having one game a week. I thought he did well with his opportunity and I think he can bring us something different. So there we go. Dragushin will be playing tomorrow. I don't think that's a mad surprise. But Lee Smithy Smith's giving us all grief. Look, he said, boo you all. Anne just said Richie's back and available for tomorrow. We did say that, but we said we don't think
say different.
No, we said he'd be on the bench where he belongs.
Because the other three done well, so there's no reason
me and Jim and Elly didn't say where he belongs, just so everybody knows. It's not what I said.
That's the witch in the corner in the black.
That was me who said that. I did say where he belongs.
I like Richie. I think I like Richie. And he's improved this season, he has.
Yeah, don't say anything, Kate, as I'll kick you out. I got the power.
That's right, Jimbo, you've got the power, you tell her.
Yeah, you just don't know how to use it. Oh, we are.
He kicked himself out as well.
I kicked him out as well.
He kicked him out at the same time.
Great minds. That's so funny.
There's Lee Smith to come on and beat us all
up. Destiny says, no, Richie at the moment. Please don't miss the rhythm we've got going. Exactly. I agree with that. Final game of the weekend. It should be a fantastic game. But then you always bill them up to be fantastic. You never know how they're going to go. Man United versus Liverpool in the Cup. Jimbo.
Oh.
Jimbo. How do you see this one going?
Well, I think is Højlund back?
They're not sure. He's 50-50. But I think he'll be back.
If Højlund's back, I think it's going to be harder for them than they think. But I do expect Liverpool to nick it. I'm going to go. I think it's going to be a hard game. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay. Mia, excuse me. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I think that even with Højlund back, I just think he ain't going to be completely fit because he hasn't been playing. And although Liverpool are quite threadbare because obviously they've got a lot of injuries at the minute, I'm not sure how the injury list is looking now, but I think that they've got the heart. I think they want to win it for Klopp because they know he's leaving. So I can see them beating them 2-0.
So Liverpool 2-0.
Yeah, Liverpool 2-0, yeah.
Can I just say to Daniel E?
Yeah.
Daniel, I never said that because it was my mate Frankie said it. He said he doesn't think they're ready, that they're not good enough.
Their squad's too small, he said, didn't they?
Yeah, and he thinks that they're going to struggle to get in the top four. Now, he said there's too many games for them and their squad's too small. They need to get a bigger squad. So it wasn't me that said it. It was Was my mate that said it. I mean, I wish the best for Villa because of my mate. So, but just not against us.
Yeah, Postecoglou has just said that there's no real progress with Manor Solomon. He's still not comfortable, and the medical team are looking at other strategies. Don't know what's going on there. Big upside down.
Strategies, get out of the club and go and bugger up some other club.
And Postecoglou said it about Manor Solomon. Why are you looking confused?
Looking at?
I don't know. That's what I mean. I thought it was a very simplistic injury, and it seems to be getting worse.
Well, read it again, Kate.
Ange Postecoglou about Solomon. No real progress. He's still not comfortable. The medical team are looking at other strategies now.
Oh.
So whatever his injury is, whatever they're trying, it's still not feeling good. So they have to try another way to try and make sure that it's healing and like, because if you say strain something, you have a certain method, obviously, of repetitively working it a certain way to try and make it better. But I assume that that's not working, so they have to try another strategy.
Well, at least it cost us nothing.
I should be at Tottenham's medical team. I reckon I'll do a good job.
Yeah,
I'll get Romero on that table, give him a nice massage. I bet he needs it on his thighs. This would be nice, Destiny. Can we use Solomon as a swap plus cash for Eze or Neto? Eze, please, out of those two. Elly, what do you see? How do you see this going? Man United, Liverpool.
Well, I can only see one winner because when I watched Liverpool against Manchester City, they created so many chances, even more than they normally do. And they're fantastic at creating chances and scoring, Liverpool. But their youngsters have stepped up as well. They're fabulous youngsters. They're not youngsters who can't play. They're bloody brilliant. And I just feel they've got too much for Man United. Man United's season is going to come to a halt, I'm afraid. And then there'll be more Ten Hag outs shouting from the rooftops of their crumbled stadium.
They don't want to shout too hard because it will fall down on top of them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, Man United fans, including Terry Flewers, but
I'm not sorry. F all of them. F all of the Man United supporters. I
know. You have to. You know what? I'm sort of with Man United. I've always admired their club because they've been fantastic, and now they've fallen off the wagon. I don't feel, maybe sorry's the wrong word. I feel sympathy in a way because they're supposed to be up there and they're not. All right. And it's a damn on football that they're not, because when they're there, at least you've got another team to fight against, but they're just not there. They're not even playing like a Man United team. They really are.
Joe, why I don't feel bad for them, Elly? Because they've got main character syndrome. Now, if you ever talk to Man United fans, they always end up turning it around and talking about themselves. All they give a damn about is themselves. They talk about Man U hours and hours and hours and hours on end. Listen, we don't care. You're the used to be club, not bothered. Like, seriously, stop talking about yourselves.
It must be hard for them because Manchester City has taken their crown and they've taken They've taken all the diamonds, they've taken everything out of that crown and they're running away with it.
Listen, I used to watch Man U a lot when I was a kid because obviously I loved Beckham. They was on TV a lot. They used to be a fantastic team, but I do think some of their fans are really entitled and spoiled, and they do get on my bloody nerves. So never mind what happens.
I'll get you on that one. The fans, they always can be annoying. I suppose because they've had it good for so long, and now like for 7 or 8 years they haven't been there, have they? Really? They've won. I think they've won 3 trophies, which is unheard of. They used to win that a season.
Yeah, more than us still.
Yeah, but they've always won them, Jimbo. So the point that Elly's making is they used to always win trophies, but a lot more.
We used to always win trophies at one point.
Yeah, but that was before Man United won. When Man United went through their spell, they were phenomenal what they won. So
we haven't been so good in the league, but we've been fantastic in the cup.
Yeah,
that's what we were known right up to 1991, and then we went dry.
Yeah,
John, I say to John, I said from the minute Ten Hag walked into your club, I said to Kate, he won't do well there. He's not your type of manager. I just knew he wouldn't do well.
He's a very dry man when he's interviewed as well. He's not. He just doesn't come across as charismatic enough for Manchester United. You think of Tommy Docherty And like all those brilliant managers, Alex Ferguson, obviously that goes without saying. But even before that, Sir Matt Busby, he was charismatic.
Yeah.
Someone even like our manager Bill Nicholson, charismatic characters. You need someone like that at a big club.
Yeah.
Ancelotti at Real Madrid. You need that type of manager.
Ten Hag comes across really hard-nosed.
Yeah.
Like, it's very cold and hard-nosed. Because even though Ferguson was strict, they all respected him and like looked at him like a father figure. Well, I don't think none of the players can do that with Ten Hag, but they do with Ange Postecoglou. And like you say, previous managers that Man U have had and other teams have had, but Ten Hag just don't give that vibe off. Remember when everybody was crying because we didn't get him? Everyone's like, "Oh, we didn't get Ten Hag. Tottenham didn't want him," and I'm so bloody glad. They said they're saying about him in the interview, weren't they? That they didn't like him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I wouldn't want him in our club.
My girls call him dry as toast. That's what they say. You go dry as toast. It makes me laugh because he is a bit dry. He doesn't inspire anything.
No, and I don't think he seems like he's got the authority to take on these egos either.
No.
But I thought he would come in and do a brilliant job and play the Ajax way, but he's thrown his own philosophy out the window and just taken. I don't know what he's done really. But Elly, what do you think the score will be for Man United Liverpool?
I think it's going to be 3-1 to Liverpool.
Okay, this comment here, he's John James is absolutely right. I remember, I mean, you know how I've been into football ever since you've known me. I've been into football all my life. I can never, ever remember the old days when Man United were the best team in the world. I can never, ever remember hearing things about their owners. You just never heard nothing about their owners. It was all about the football. And the owners, you never heard them, you never saw them. You know, it was all in the background. And look at it now, all you hear is about the Glazers. The club has changed dramatically to what it used to be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get where you're coming from, Elly, because I don't feel sorry for him. But at the same time, as football fans, to watch your club go from being the absolute pinnacle to just being where they are now, I mean, it's just awful. I do, because we all love our clubs, but I actually think Man United are going to get a result. I don't know why, but I just do. I've done 2-1 United. I think they show up for the big games and Ten Hag manages somehow to keep his job. But when they play little teams, they tend to go missing. So I'm going to predict them to win it 2-1.
Fair enough.
So we shall see. They'll probably get smashed now. So
I'll say to John, I mean, I'm always respectful, John, of fans that come in here of any club because you come in and support the channel. But I've got to say that Man United, to me now, they've got such a long way to go to get back to anywhere near they were. And it is sad for you because obviously you're a massive supporter. But I can't see it for years, them getting back to where they were. I can't, you know, unless this guy comes in. What's his name? Jim Ratcliffe.
He is in.
Yes, I'm saying unless he's come in and he's going to absolutely turn it upside down over a few years, but it's still going to take 2 or 3 years.
But the problem they've got is that what will happen is United fans aren't patient. So someone new will come in and then they'll be like, "Nah, I'm not here for that." And they get fed up and then it all starts over again, the cycle. And that's the problem. Radcliffe has to stop that cycle of them being like that. They have to know where they're at the minute and know that they're going towards something can change and not get sick of it and not be like, "Oh my God, I'm sick of this, blah, blah." I think that's the problem. John James, you seem like a nice guy. It's nothing personal against all Man U fans. Like, honestly, it's just that I know a lot of Man U fans that are just, they do come across very entitled.
It's not just their football as well. It's the stadium needs redoing.
Yes,
I mean, it's just it's a lot of work for them.
Yeah, they've got to get their football structure right as well, though, from grassroots right through to the first team. They've got to get that, because Man United, right? They were such a well-run club under Ferguson. He was the pinnacle of their club, and he had everything ship-shape and proper. Now it's like crumbling, like their stadium. Their football is not what we know of Man United. You know, it's not the same.
Yeah. what I will say is they have started bringing in. They've got that Omar Barada or whatever his name is. They're bringing that other guy in that used to be at City. So they are starting a whole new structure, but they're linked with. I think this is hilarious. They're linked with Southgate as a potential new manager, which I mean, Man
if he
United
goes
fans
there, they
literally.
can forget it. They might as
Yeah,
well might as well hang their boots out and not
I
turn up on
hope-
the pitch.
Joe, I hope they take Southgate, and I hope we get Eddie Howe, because I would love to see Eddie Howe manage England. I think he would be brilliant to
when
he'd be a fabulous manager.
When you think back to the United team with Roy Keane, Beckham, the Neville brothers, Solskjaer. Oh my God, they were frightening. Every time we played them, I just thought to myself, well, this is the 3 points down the pan. That's how I used to think.
100%.
When they had Mark Hughes, Steve Coppell, Sammy McElroy, they were fabulous. And then they had, I liked it when they had Vidic and Ferdinand in defence as well. They were brilliant. With, what's his name, the Newcastle man. I can't think of his name. The one who was Newcastle manager and Sunderland manager.
Kevin Keegan.
No, not Kevin Keegan, the defender. Not Gary Pallister, the other guy. The one who's a Geordie. What's his bloody
not
name?
Niall Quinn.
No, the one who
he's Arsenal.
No, the one who managed Newcastle and Sunderland.
Bruce.
And
Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce, that's it. He always used to get last minute win. They were fabulous when they had Vidic and Ferdinand. Brilliant.
That was Destiny Spurs 5 that got that, not me.
Do you know what? They
I know. I just
in their time, when you look at back then, the Man United team, the teams that they've had and always kind of rotated and changed up, they were always so good. And then they decided to do this thing where they paid over the money for players, and they completely effed themselves because they end up paying way too much for rubbish players or players that are just average, and they effed that team the way the team was going up. Because the way that Fergie did it, he did it perfect. He managed to get good players each time and kept changing them and refreshing it.
I mean, Jimbo, remember that game? Because we were both there, not together. We were both there when we were 3-0 up against Man United.
And do you know what?
Come out 1-5-3.
Do you know what? I went with a friend of mine who was a Man United supporter. And I don't give stick to my mates when we beat them. I'm just not that type of person. I don't give them stick. But I could see his face. He was going to give me stick. And I said to him, I was driving, and I said to him, if you say one thing to me on the way home, you're getting out of the car and walking. And he just sat in the back and he didn't say a word.
That's it. Got to keep strong.
But that was the Man United team where everyone feared playing Man United, didn't they, at one time? Or you knew that if you went to Old Trafford, you weren't going to get anything, you know. It was just such a scary place to go, and that's gone completely.
Beckham was fantastic that game. He was unplayable.
God. He really was incredible.
Yeah.
I agree with this. I could see Mourinho at Newcastle next season, 1,000,000%. I can. Also, De Zerbi's been linked with a move to Chelsea, Liverpool, and United. He's number 2 on Liverpool's choice of managers behind Alonso. But Chelsea and United apparently are interested in De Zerbi. I mean, Elly, what do you think?
I think he's got the character and the charisma to go to Manchester United. Maybe he hasn't made it quite yet, you know, in terms of his CV. But what he's done at Brighton, right, all right, they go up and down with their results, but their football is fabulous. And they need that at Man United because they're noted for their fabulous football, and they've fallen off the wagon. They've got no style or pattern of play at the moment. You can't identify with them. So I think he would make them play some lovely football, and with the extra quality that they can attract, because they're still a big name, Man United, regardless of how far they've dropped. Right? They can't maybe attract the best players, but they've got the name. So once these players see that Man United are doing well again, they'll jump on the ship, you know, because they've got the reputation as a, you know, the elite team in England with Liverpool, obviously.
Mia, what are your thoughts on De Zerbi?
Do you know what? I think he is good, but I think going to Man U would be too big a step up. And I know a lot of the Man United fans would not be happy with this either. So they're going to be on his back straight away. They're not going to be accepting of a De Zerbi. I'm telling you, I've heard some of them going absolutely mental about these links with De Zerbi. So I think he is very good, but I think that would be too big a step. He needs an in-between step, in my opinion, to go before he goes to a Man U. And Chelsea, no way. Chelsea won't tolerate that either. No way will they. Again, they're going to go mental if they get a De Zerbi. They don't accept it.
I was listening to Don on the terrace, and he wants De Zerbi. Desperately wants him.
But you know what? That's obviously that's one person, but I just don't think overall the collective of Chelsea supporters look at the way that they are. Again, very spoiled and entitled. They forget that before that money, they were a mid-table team. They weren't winning jack, basically. They weren't. So they're winning stuff here and there. So that money obviously changed the trajectory of the club, and they still think that they're that club with him with thingy in charge. What's his name? The Russian money owner. Can't remember his name. My head.
Abramovich.
Yeah, Abramovich. Yeah,
Abramovich.
Yeah, they still think they're that team, but they're not. So I just think, again, they've got no patience. Chelsea, they've got zero patience and tolerance.
You got to think as well, right? That the money in the game now. I mean, with City, especially City, Chelsea. Arsenal spend, we spend as well. We're not. So we're one of the teams that spend. Liverpool always. I think Liverpool will spend really wisely, and their youth system is fantastic because they bring some great youths through. But Man United were kind of the elite, weren't they, back then? And it's kind of evened out now. But I think Chelsea and Man United, their next appointment has to be right. Otherwise, the SHIT is going to hit the fan with both clubs. You know,
I think that they're both going to be honest with you, Jim, because I can't see them making the correct appointment because the kind of managers they're going to go for, the fans won't accept them, and I don't think
De Zerbi is the right choice for either one, personally.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I agree with this, Steve, but there's no way Ancelotti is going to leave Real Madrid. I think De Zerbi's so overrated. I really do. I'd be devastated if I can't. Do you know what, Elly? I can't cope with him at all. I don't like him. I don't like his style. He's a hipster manager. He's cocky, and I don't think he's anywhere near as good as people think. I think Graham Potter's a better manager than he is. And
but he's improved Brighton better than Potter. But I like the philosophy of his football. I like the way he moves the ball. They keep possession very well. And they're very comfortable on the ball, so that's good coaching. But yeah, I suppose I agree with you. He's not a big enough name for Manchester United. He has to go to a club under that, like maybe, I don't know, like a Villa or I don't know, not even Chelsea, because Chelsea was like they act as an entitled club anyway. Yeah, maybe it's a step too far for him, and like Man United fans won't accept it. I agree with Mia; they won't. He's not a niche manager, an elite manager yet.
I know a lot of Man United fans want Simeone, but I would love to see Simeone in the Premier League, but he's an absolute fruitcake.
I would love it. I think his sideline antics will go down in history, man. He's brilliant. I absolutely love watching him. He cracks me up.
I think he'd be a good choice for United.
So do I, because he's strong. He won't take any crap from anybody.
Well,
but
he fits the bill. He does.
He does fit the bill. But it's whether they would get him. I don't know if he'd go there.
He's the highest paid manager, I believe.
He is, Elly.
I think he's on 45 mil or something like that.
He pulled his hamstring the other day, didn't he? We're celebrating Atletico Madrid getting through. So he's crazy. But yeah, I think he's a good fit because Zidane is not going to go there. So what I was going to say as well, I'm just catching up with the comments. No thanks, that's Jose on steroids. Okay, that's a no from John James then. United fans won't cope with Simeone's tactics. Yeah, but they might do if they start winning. Yeah, please sub to Mia. Ben, if you want to put your link in, you're welcome. And anyone else's, Eltel Cockerel or any channels, subscribe to everyone, please. Mark says no for the abuse. United fans will not accept 11 men behind the ball every game. Man United fans are like that spoiled kid wondering why his nice car ain't the fastest car in the world because he's rich.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that, but not all. But
Not
yeah,
all
a
of
lot
them,
of them are.
You say that they play some good football going forward.
Atletico Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, they play
score a lot of goals.
Oh my God, some of their football going forward is sublime.
When Trippier was there, they won the league as well.
Drew Lala says Bielsa to Man United.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, exactly, John. We're not.
Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't mean that, John. Like everyone's spoiled, but a lot of the fans do come across that way, and I do get why people see it like that. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of modern day football fans. Now, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think a lot of modern day football fans see football differently to the older fans. That's how I think anyway.
There's fans from. Sorry, Mia. There's fans from a lot of clubs in England that think that they're entitled. You're only entitled to what you win. That's it.
You know what? I think for me, even the older generation with everything with the world, because we saw a time with pre-social media. It was completely different when we grew up to that, like what the kids grow up with now. So everything's stats based, everything's, there's a lot of information. Well, we didn't have information. We just watched them on TV and enjoyed the football, right? That's what we won or we lost. We didn't go into all the specifics of everything. We just liked a player or we didn't like a player. We didn't have to go, oh, well, his stats are this. So, it's definitely different.
Look, he's put GBC fans put about Atlanta. What did I tell you about them?
Yeah.
They're such a good team. They are. They play some lovely football.
That's Atlanta. They're Italian, aren't they?
I just love this comment from Baloo. Says Sam Allardyce was seen with Ferguson somewhere together. It kind of looked like Sam Allardyce might be the next manager. Oh my God, please! I can't cope.
Be funny.
He's a very strict coach. I can the players in line. Atalanta have one of the best youth systems in the world. Too many young fans think football started with the Premier League. That is very true. I understand. I see it too. That's why I stopped watching some streams now. I'm here because the football knowledge and opinions are brilliant, even against my team. Banter's cool with me. Big up, John James.
Big up, John James.
Yeah, big up.
Nice words. Big up to Rob Belcher. Good to see you. He's gifted a membership. I'm just trying to see who it went to. That went to Lee Smith.
He always gets them. He's been gifted so many. It's ridiculous.
Smithy Smith. Big up Nippon. Good to see you.
He was a member.
He was. It only just recently run out, but he's got another one now. So saved his money. But thank you very much, Rob. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks for that. Smash those likes and subscribe. Yes, please do. Enter all the links in the chat. I don't think Tottenham fans are entitled. We pay the highest prices in Europe, highest price shirt, etc. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think Tottenham fans are entitled because
I think some are entitled. No, I think some are bloody well entitled. They say that because we pay a certain amount of money, that equals we should win. That's not how life works. Look at Chelsea fans. They've paid so much money at the moment and they're not winning. So I don't think that's how it works. That's not how life works, Ben. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. I think some of our fans are very entitled to sport and act like it too.
Well, you're entitled to what you win. That's as simple as that.
That's right, Jimbo. You win what you win, man. You win what you win. You're entitled to what you win.
There's far more teams than there are trophies as well. So only certain people can win every year.
And don't forget, the majority of the actual cups and stuff are won by the same teams. They're won by the same teams. That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing about Mia. That's such a good point. That's the thing about the Premiership. It's very, very hard, right? To take a trophy off of Liverpool or City, and it's just the fact that they're the two best teams in the country, and Arsenal are getting there as well, right? Because they're becoming as good as them, and they're not far behind them. So it's very hard to win a trophy in this country, you know, because of how good them two are. I mean, if you look over the last 10 years, how many of the trophies have gone to Arsenal, City and Liverpool?
I think it's
a majority. I think you'll find a massive majority.
It's about 85%. It's about 85%, isn't it? Yeah. So it's difficult, of course, because they've got the pulling power as well, because they're winning.
They got the
Players
minerals.
want to go to them as well, don't they?
Again, I'm
want to go to a winning side.
Again, Ben, I'm going to disagree. 6% increase is also to do with the increase of costs for everything. Everything costs more. So you can't say the skimping on the transfer fees. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how business works. Like, in a business, they increased it because they've got more outgoings because it costs more. I'm not trying to say the 6% is acceptable or that I agree necessarily with the big increase in one go, but over the amount of years, it's actually 1.1 or something percent each year. So what I'm trying to say to you is everything costs more. What do you expect the club to do? That's not to do with transfer fees. That's the general life of things cost more, so you have to pay more. That's just the way business works, I'm afraid. It's not like you're saying, obviously, football team, the football side, I mean, I get it, but this is also a business because you have to run it like a business. So you can't just think with your heart, you have to think with your head and your business head.
The only thing I would say to that, Mia, is I read that they're only making £3 million more. It's not that big a difference.
Yes, but it is a big difference.
When you think how much the fans have given down the years and that they've taken away the concession for the elderly.
The concession, I don't agree with, Elly. That's something I don't agree with. But what I'm trying to say to you
I'm more concerned
is 3 million in a business is a lot per year. That's a year that could make a difference on a lot of different things. So no, it does make a difference. And no, the staff aren't getting paid 6% extra, but everything increases: money, electric, gas. Everything's increased. The cost of anything to fix things costs more. If you get shopping, my shopping for £100 shop looks like a £40 shop now.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like what we used to.
It doesn't sit well with me because the fans, they don't need that, because the cost of living crisis in this country, and it's pricing a lot of people out.
Yeah, but the fact is, Elly, a lot of people being priced out of a lot of things that they can't afford anymore in daily life.
But football is really essential to a community.
But it's not essential. But it is. But it isn't, because the fact is, it is a bit of a luxury to go to a football match. It's not like before. Like, things have changed. It's not back like it was. And you've got to understand that things move on and things do change. Fulham have got really high ticket prices. But hold on a second, Fulham have got quite high ticket prices, right? For them as a team, for what Fulham are, they've got really high prices. But their fans are not saying, we're paying this much more. We're not going to go and watch our team even though we don't win. We go because they go because they love their team, right? That's the whole point. You go because you love your team. If you increase it by £100, people might not be able to afford it. Everybody's going to get to a stage where they can't.
I don't know why everyone's moaning about it anyway. Because at the end of the season, when we lift the Premier League trophy, everyone's going to be so happy.
Obviously, Jimbo. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Let's see if it happens. It will take a lot for it to happen, but it could happen. You never know.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Ben, that's your opinion that Fulham fans are being fleeced, but they still go and they still pay the prices. So I just don't understand your logic in that. There's just logic that makes absolute zero logic that you're thinking that, because they still go and they still say, well, we're still going to go even though we're not going to win nothing.
Exactly.
A lot of fans put themselves in debt as well, you know.
Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get back to the football, because like business and football, it creates a lot of tension.
Yeah, but I do agree with everything Mia said. Don't matter, you know, it is a luxury. I mean, me and Jim going down for one game this season is going to cost us a lot of money.
And I'm going to spend money in the shop, and I'm going to eat in the stadium. So anyone don't care. I'm sorry, I'm enjoying my day.
Yeah, you enjoy your day, guys. You enjoy it, man. It's up to you. That's right.
We'll enjoy that curry together as well.
Yes, we will.
Yeah,
he doesn't. Again, Lynn, can I just specify? Lynn, you're incorrect. Levy doesn't make money. He doesn't take dividends out of the club. All of that money goes back into running the club, which isn't just the football inside. You have to understand there's staff they have to pay, electric, gas, people for the grass. They have to pay people to keep the grass in check. It's not how a business works. It's not as simple as that. It's not simplistic as what people say.
Joey, should football be a luxury though? No, in an ideal world, it shouldn't. It used to be a working man's sport, but times change. And as soon as the Premier League allowed big businesses, big Arab nations to buy into the Premier League, prices were always going to go through the roof. There should have been a wage cap. There should have been transfer caps. It wasn't done. Yeah, it's all too much. So now you've just got to ride with it. So you either go or you don't go. It's just as easy as that. And it's not nice, but that's just how it is.
The good thing is, though, in the past, we didn't have like subscriptions to watch football. Like it was just BBC and ITV. And then if you didn't have a TV, you weren't watching. And then there's the radio as well. But the whole atmosphere of being at the ground, obviously it's nicer, but you've got to just pick and choose what you're going to go and see now, what you can afford.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in debt. That's what I would say.
This is so true what John James said as well. Mobile phones used to be luxuries. So were microwaves. If you had a microwave or a colour telly, or you were considered to be rich, and now this is how it is. If you've got a season ticket for a football match, you're considered to be, comfortable enough to be able to do that, because we could never afford to have it as much as I'd love
and
to.
Joe, can I just have my say on this, right? I know it's maybe again going to cause an issue with people, but when people say that the real fans are getting priced out, that's not true. The people on that waiting list are just as real fans. Because they can pay, it doesn't make them any less of a fan than the next person. Because see, when you got on the list, someone else might not have been able to afford it when you got yours. Does that make you less of a fan than that previous person who couldn't afford it no more?
That is true.
That's not true. So I don't like this whole. That's what I'm saying, Elly. I don't like this idea that people who can afford it are not real fans. That real fans are getting priced out, because there are a lot of real fans that are still wanting to get tickets. Just because they can afford it doesn't mean that they're not real fans.
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself to be a real fan, but we could never afford a season ticket. It's as easy as that. And I think I speak for a lot of us when I say that.
He's hilarious.
What are you laughing at?
Belcher's put.
I have a solution. Enix Spurs with Levy taking over at Man United, where hopefully they'll only win a League Cup in 24 years.
But do you know what's crazy about? But do you know what's crazy about that, Rob? And that this is no joke. I know you're joking, but do you know what's mad? If Levy was in charge of their finances, do you know how much better Man United would be? Because their finances,
100%.
because they take all the dividends out, and Levy wouldn't. He'd put it all back into the club. Imagine how much money they earn. Imagine Levy with that kind of money to be able to put back into the club.
Thing is, Lynn, go on, Jim.
Well, I was going to say, Lynn, I don't really give a shit. I'm just going to put it all on a credit card.
Exactly that. I was going to say we won't be going without as such, but it will go on a credit card, because we can't afford to just pay out £75 each a ticket, then food, travel. But it's once a season for us, so we're going to enjoy every bloody second of it. And that's
it gives you time to pay it back after months and months and months. You can pay it.
Yeah, people say you shouldn't eat at the stadium. Well, I'm sorry, I intend to do everything, because we're not going to go for very often. So
the fish and chips are nice, and the sausage roll is lovely.
I might have both, Elly, and be really outrageous.
I usually now I found the Antwerp Arms. Their chips are something out of this world. The chips are so lovely. They're lovely. I'm telling you, we got to take you down there. Have some of those chips. They're lovely.
I do like some chips. Just quickly, because obviously we're finishing soon, because Ben's on. There was the Europa League draw today as well, where Liverpool got Atalanta, Benfica got Marseille, Milan got Roma, and Leverkusen got West Ham. And to be fair, I think probably West Ham got the toughest out of that lot. Does everyone agree?
Yeah, West Ham will go out.
Yeah,
I think that Milan Roma will be a good game.
Yeah,
that'd be a very good game.
That'd be a really good game.
Roma have picked up since they sacked Mourinho. I think they've won nearly every game they've played.
Yeah.
But
I mean, do you think Liverpool could go on and win the Europa League from here?
Yeah, I reckon they got a good chance.
Bayer Leverkusen. I want a Bayer Leverkusen Liverpool final. That'd be fabulous.
Yeah, I agree. I think Leverkusen will destroy West Ham. Atalanta will give Liverpool a game. Yep, I agree. Jelly and ice cream when Levy goes. De Rossi plays attacking football. That's why they've been doing even better. Is that Delhi or Mini?
That's Mini.
Oh, you haven't got Delhi. Mini.
No, I've got...
Oh my God, Mini Moose. Oh my God.
She's like, what's going on?
Mini.
Oh,
she's so
pissed.
Oh, bless her. Ben says prices are not acceptable at Spurs. When Son leaves and the to 4,000 Korean fans stop coming, you'll see a lot more empty seats than he'll wish. I don't think you will, because for every one person that doesn't go, there's 10 people waiting to take up that ticket.
Can I just have my say on this game?
We've got millions of fans to replace.
Yes, Jimbo, of course you can.
I think if I'm right, as the price hike's been 7% in something like 5 or 6 years. With this 6, when it put up 1% before or something,
1.5%.
So it's what? So it's 7.5% in 5 or 6 years. Is it? I mean,
5 years.
5 years. I don't think that's a lot. I don't think it's a lot. I don't, honestly. I mean, I don't agree with the pensioner stuff. What's Ben said? They give us 4-year increase in one season, Jimbo.
Yeah, because they didn't increase it. So 4 years later, they put 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 together and done it as 6. But if they'd have done it 1.5 every year, people have been screaming about that. So
exactly, it makes absolutely no difference.
No,
because it would have been the same price. Because it would have been the same price 4 years later. So your price would still be the same now. So
it's hard. It's hard because I do feel for some people because the hike is going to hurt them, right? And obviously, I want all Spurs fans to have a chance to go. To me, there's not a Spurs fan, right? That's not a real Spurs fan, right?
Exactly.
If you support Spurs, you're a proper fan. I don't care if you've been supporting them for a week or if you've been supporting them for 55 years like me, right? If you become a Spurs fan, you're a Spurs fan. If you buy their shirts and you wear this logo, right, and kiss it, you're a Spurs fan. So, but I understand where Ben's coming from in the sense of that it hurts a lot of people. But what we have to look at is the cost of living goes up, right? And the thing about England, which is the bad thing, is everything goes up, but the wages don't go up to match it.
Yeah,
that's the terrible thing about England. But that's not Levy's fault.
That's the economy's fault.
They're paying more wages now to players, right? And the staff there, you know, there's more staff because the stadium's bigger. So you have to kind of balance it out. But I can see both sides. I really can. But I just think to myself, I'm one of these people who just accept that things go up. So it's a business. They're going to put their prices up to match.
Exactly.
Other things.
As I gave a good example.
I was going to say, I hope they use that extra money to pay off the stadium quicker.
Yeah,
but they're not.
But over our heads.
But the fact is, Elly, that's not how the stadium payments work. But we've set them in a way so they don't affect
pay lump
us.
Sums, though. They could pay
but they're not
lump sums like you do.
But they're not going to do that because if everything's gone up, then the affordability of everything in the stadium's gone up. That's what we're trying to say. That money's covering that.
They've got so many other.
We could have a whole show on this.
They'll make money.
I think
my example. Money.
My example earlier of a supermarket is a good example. We all have to buy food but we know it has gone up. The prices of it has gone up, unfortunately. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at stuff like food, it's ridiculous how much the price of it's gone up. And that is just the way things are going, unfortunately.
With food, they've obviously got these brilliant food banks where they give out parcels of food to all the people that need it, yeah? And obviously it's means tested and everything. But, I mean, Spurs could, maybe do a bonus thing for fans that can't afford to go every single match, so they don't have to pick and choose. They can go to more matches, lower the prices sometimes on certain matches. They got A, B, C category, right? And C category is a lot less than an A category game. It's like £30-40 difference sometimes, you see. Maybe they can lower the prices on some of the B matches, maybe not the A matches, but some of the B matches.
I don't think this is true either, Ben. I don't think, if you look at the average age of our fans, I don't think that that's true at all. I really don't, because young people earn a heck of a lot of money now in their jobs.
Yeah.
Depending on what jobs they've got. I don't think that's at all true.
No, I don't either.
You've got to wrap up.
But yeah, don't go anywhere, everyone, because you're being directed over to Benji's. Elly, when can we find you next, my lovely?
What is it now? Friday. So with you on Tuesday.
Monday.
Yeah. Monday, sorry.
Yeah, because it was only Tuesday because Jim had the hospital.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, come on. Just to go love Spurs. And then I'll be on with Ash on a Friday with Ladies Takeover and probably on Talk and Ball here and there. And hopefully I can go on Bobby's show as well because I've missed that. Craven
Yeah.
Cottage. Come on,
Yeah,
Bobby
yeah,
K. What a nutter he is, but I love him.
Mia, when can we next find you?
Probably on the instant match reaction with Jimbo.
Woo!
Yes. So that's tomorrow night, isn't it? Because we're 5:30 kickoff, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, brilliant. And Jimbo, is that the same answer for you?
Yeah, Mia. Match reaction. Saturday night. With another 4-0 win, and everyone's going to go, oh my God, Jim's predictions are so good.
Maybe they will. So make sure everyone goes over to Spurs Between the Lines. The link is in the description on the video. Thank you all so much. We had a record number watching today. We was up to 89 at one point, which is unbelievable. But I think that's because I had it shared to my Twitter as well, which I don't normally do. So we've got a Villa fan in here. Big up to you. We've just finished
Villa.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Let's hope that Spurs can deliver us 3 points tomorrow night. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Please make sure you smash a like and subscribe on the way out. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.